We have heard about the SuperBloom in Death Valley, and this is where extra water that we've had this season causes the flowers to bloom. We're headed to see if there are any flowers in Death Valley. Here's one of the strangest buildings that I've seen. This is called Stokes Castle in Austin, Nevada. Must-stop location in Tonopah, Nevada is the Clown Motel. Well, we've made it to Death Valley. Well, here we are at the lowest point in the United States, 282 feet, and you can see a basin back here. As you walk out towards the lowest point, you have table salt type of ground, and then it starts to get a little mushy. And usually, we're coming out here, usually this is all dry, but because we have extra water that happens on these SuperBloom years, this lake still has water in it. So we're gonna actually walk out to the edge of the lake, which is close to the official low point. Made it to the end of the first slot canyon here on Sidewinder Canyon, and it does look like it goes up a little bit more if you really want it to be a little extreme. Keen Wonder Mine is still standing. There is a tramway that's still there. Racetrack Playa, that's where the rocks move on their own. At least that was the theory back in the day. But now we know, as of 2014, science has now found, using photographic evidence, that these rocks are actually pushed by ice that forms on this lake out here. The crater mine was a sulfur processing facility, and all of these artifacts were part of the process of melting the sulfur out of the stone. This is the left-hand side of the split. The right hand only went a few feet. The left hand is going a little bit further here, maybe, I don't know, I'm a couple hundred feet in. What? And then it goes up. Look at that. Wow, that's insane. And it just goes up, and then, I don't know, how far is that? 50 feet up there? Dunes, supposedly the tallest dunes in the Great Basin area, at 650 feet tall. Well, did we find the flowers we were looking for? Well, unfortunately, at the lower elevations, most of them were gone already. It turned to seed. But up here, at higher elevations, 3,500 feet, you can see these fields are just covered with them. They are bursting with color.